Okay.
Try and edit
Ready?
that out. Yeah, it's already recording. Just go.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to hijack this really quickly because I don't think that the audience knows a secret about you. And I've been thinking about this. So we don't usually agree on many things, I would say, because I love everything and you are way more critical.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm even okay with like some pony movies like My Little Pony and things like that. And I know you're probably not. You're not a brony. Anyway, but I did learn something really exciting about Brian the other day, that he loves Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
And he has...
That's not a secret.
It's kind of a secret because
No.
I brought it up and then you just started laughing.
No, most of the time I can cite Parks and Rec, and like, especially at work, things go on, I'll start laughing because it reminds me of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, so...
I love that show.
I was like we were like in season like 5 or something, and Brian's like, oh, where are you at? And I said,
where are you at?
yeah, and then I'm like, I think I'm in season 5. And he's like, well, has the wedding happened yet?
Yeah.
And he actually knows the order of the episodes
Yeah.
and the seasons they fall in. It's pretty impressive. So what's your favorite one?
Of what?
Parks and Rec.
I don't have a favorite episode.
Favorites, plural.
I know, but it's so great. There's so many good inside jokes, right?
Yeah. What about...
Like the calzone, like...
Which one, where they were tasting the calzone for the wedding?
Yeah, there's the tasting, but the whole way through, they're just like, calzones are stupid, you know, and Ben Wyatt's the only one that thinks it's great, you know, and then like the police chief is always giving him crap, you know, what's up, calzone boys, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then the Game of Thrones stuff, like there's always these inner like Game of Thrones jokes, you know.
Yes, but what about Cones of Dunshire? I can't believe that we haven't like made shirts or something, or that
Yeah, no,
why isn't that caught on?
There is actually somebody you can get that game. No, so the actual...
Is it nonsensical? It takes like
no,
5
so
days
you're
to
at
play.
the episode where he lost his job and he created Cones of Dunshire, right?
I've seen that whole show like 2 times or 3 times.
So you've gone all the way through.
Yes.
Okay, so you've gone all the way through where it becomes a big hit.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
Well,
right?
didn't he give it to the accounting
then
guys?
and then like he wins. You know, he plays that company to get free internet, whatever. Right?
Oh my god, that was a hilarious episode.
That show is just so fucking funny.
I think one of my favorites is the disaster episode.
Yeah, where she just starts ripping that shit open, right?
Yeah, and she's like, and now we all have this, and there's an earthquake, and now there's a volcano.
Right. And then Rob Lowe's character's so distraught that he dies. Right?
Yeah. Because didn't he have the flu? Like, wasn't he like one of the people that initially got infected? And he was having like this crisis about it because he's never sick.
Yeah, because he's so... Well, he got sick in that one episode, right?
Yes.
Where the microchip was compromised episode, right? He's so good. Have you ever seen the one where... it's like a extra short where they're like, hey, we're going to be back on the air. You know, it's like behind the scenes. Have you seen that video? So there's a video online and it's hilarious where he's like, Rob Lowe walks in and they're all talking about how they're going to be back on the air. And then he acts like a complete asshole. He's like, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? We're not on the air. And he's like, are you telling me that this hasn't been on television for 2 months? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, what the? And he starts like cussing, and then like somebody says something, he like punches him. He's like, he walks out.
Oh my god! No, he is one of my favorite characters for sure. So basically, I just wanted you guys to see Brian laughing about something.
That show is hilarious. I love that.
It's the only time I can ever get you to laugh is talking about Parks and Rec. But it's weird because like I consider like the Holy Trinity is The Office, Parks and Rec, and 30 Rock, but you don't have the same response to those two.
No, 30 Rock is funny. It gets a little old. First couple seasons were good, and then
I think it builds. Like Kenneth's character, like how the fuck old is he?
No,
like
but
he's like ancient. Like you see him in the 50s video. Oh,
yeah,
God.
but like the Alec Baldwin character, I thought was funny when he was like this real strict corporate guy.
And she started to break him down, you know.
That's when it stopped. I lost my appeal, right?
Ugh.
And then The Office, it's funny, but I'm just not that into it.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's funny, but it's not that into it.
I think they're all amazingly funny in their own ways.
Yeah, I'll bring up some of the...
Okay.
So we have to watch Westworld.
Westworld season 3 trailer.
Is it season 3? I don't know. I haven't got around to watching. It might be
season 4?
Season 2.
No. I think they're season 2. Oh. Okay.
And then we have to watch Greyhound. That's the other one.
What's Greyhound?
My friend told me about it.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Here we go. Ah!
I was born into this world, and my first memories of it are pain. For my kind, there was one place we were never allowed to go. One place we were never allowed to see. Your world.
Oh, they actually got out.
Who are you, Dolores?
You and I are a lot alike. They put you in a cage, decided what your life would be. Did the same thing to me.
You've been watching me.
Not me, but someone.
Oh,
Something has.
Who is it that we're going after?
I'm not a big fan of that actor.
I don't know who it is.
He's
Person
in,
who took your
Wolverine.
future.
Oh. I gotta block that out.
Welcome to my world,
Or
Maeve.
Logan, I should say.
What do you want from me then?
Dolores. I want you to track her down and kill her.
Love him.
Really? Why?
He was in
He's
Le
in
Pacte
Ocean-
Loop.
He's in Ocean's 12.
Well, he's a French actor. He was in Le Pacte Loop was messed up.
Welcome to the end of
And
the
then you have
game.
Ed Harris. Right?
Which one?
5 of us
How old am I? Like,
against an entire world
she's
of
a-
them. It'll be enough.
I finally understand my purpose. I'm gonna save the fucking world. The plan is starting. What happens if this doesn't work?
We do this the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way?
I kill everyone.
Yeah, this looks good. Like the previous Westworld, I was kind of like,
You're not the only predator here.
this looks like
Good build. You have to watch the
Full
first
on
two.
cool.
Ugh, ah.
Guys are coming.
okay, that.
They're very angry.
Cool. No, that looks good. I should probably start to binge watch that and catch up on it.
Wouldn't that be the worst way to die? When she's just like shooting the guys to her right, and it's like, wouldn't it suck to just die and the person who's killing you didn't even look at you? It's like, oh man, I was really trying, and they.
I think poison would be the worst way to die.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it adds insult to injury that you're like going at the person and they don't even look at you when they're killing you.
I don't think they're thinking about that when that happens.
Maybe not. They just think, oh shit, I'm dead.
Yeah. Probably.
So yeah, let's watch Westworld.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll watch that, yeah.
Yeah, so I started to watch The Hunters. That's some traumatizing shit right there.
The Hunters, the Amazon Prime one?
Yes.
I told you, right?
Yeah, you
right?
did.
It's
You tried to warn me.
when they start, like the Nazis start to come out and they say shit and you're just like, holy shit.
Well, that first,
What the fuck? Right? That first one, right? When that first
The
scene,
first
the pool
scene.
scene, right?
It
I
took-
was like watching it, oh, is this a pool scene? Okay, she's gonna freak out, they're taken away. And nope. The guy just goes,
well, and that it took me 3 episodes, and then
what the fuck's going on?
well, I had to pause it on the 3rd episode. I'm like, let's circle back to the first scene because it took me 3 episodes to like
Oh,
start.
realize that guy was...
No. Well, to start like thinking about like he killed his kids. Like, how messed up in the head do you have to be to feel nothing about killing your kids? Are there people like that, like psychopaths? Sure, but
Yeah, that's
just
why
like
I'm interested to read, like the way my understanding is that the writer's grandmother was in the Holocaust.
okay.
And so then that's kind of the genesis of the story. But then I'm interested to see if some of the scenes that they used and some of the things they said were ever true. Like the one where they're making the people sing.
Mm-hmm.
If
Oh
not,
no,
you
it
know,
wasn't. It wasn't. I googled that.
Right. So I don't know. Right. But that's what I want. I haven't, because they haven't, I should go back and look, because usually they have like a Wikipedia where it
Yeah.
summarizes the episodes. They haven't done that when I was watching it yet.
Yeah, so I'd watched one of the episodes, I think like episode 3, and then I was gonna go meditate. And I'm like, before I try to meditate, let me just Google
You
it.
try and meditate after that.
Because I have to every morning and every night. I'm doing
I know,
this thing.
but like, how do you meditate?
Well, so
after
that's why
that?
I'm like, let me, before I even enter into this, let me Google about the singing competition and the chess game and see if that actually happened. Thankfully, at least according to the internet, which, you know, is always right, that is not a thing that happened. Hopefully, anyway, that's out there. But it did say that this is the show where Nazis just aren't even evil enough. Let's just make them even more evil. It's like, But yeah, the singing competition, that messed me up. I realized that my hands were up here and then my eyes were huge and then my mouth was like And that was how I was the
it's a
entire
good
season.
series. It'll be interesting to see what they do in season 2.
Hopefully they kill all the Nazis. All of them.
No, I mean, it's
Yeah.
in order to keep the series going, right? They gotta.
Ugh.
Right.
Anyway, but the bowling ball scene in the bowling alley. That was horrific.
Yeah, no, it's scary.
It was like, what is it? American History X? Is that what it's called? Like the curb stomp scene.
Yeah.
That was like elevating that. I'm like, how can we elevate that? That was ugh. Anyway. So
Yeah, that's the only bad thing is if they go to the route where they're trying to outdo something and then they'll just go overboard
yeah, it
instead
seemed.
of just telling a story, right?
It kind of seems like it's going into that like over the top graphic novel kind of esque thing, which is, I mean, I like it. And my husband's like, yeah, but I feel like they're trying to bring some comedy into it. Like, I feel like they're trying to make it a little bit happier or like funnier. And I'm like, it's not working. It's not balancing it out.
Not quite exactly that way.
But yeah, so we have to watch Westworld.
We will watch Westworld and then we'll catch up on the other trailers that we're going to watch.
Yes, we will.
Okay, bye.